Match of the day, Foggy versus FoCuS, Night Elf versus ORC, Ukraine versus South Korea. FoCuS, yesterday, really impressively made it through the upper bracket in his group, defeating even Moon. What Moon couldn't do, can Foggy do it today? We'll find out.
A player's forces are under attack.
Alright, overlay apparently still not working. Alright, gonna try to fix it for game 2. Starting off with the keeper here, as is the norm. On this map, oftentimes you can even prevent level 2 on the keeper, but that's not quite gonna be possible here for FoCuS. Keeper does reach the level 2. Found some decent item, not the greatest. FoCuS with the replenishment, that's very nice. And also gets the next consumable. We see this a lot on all maps, honestly, nowadays, that orcs try to snipe the consumables, but especially on Last Refuge, where it's pretty easy to do with the Windwalk trick. Gives you quite a bit of experience as well. But the keeper has the level lead right now. Could try to cancel the shop, but it's probably not really worth it. What he's mainly trying to do is buy time, distract, get out some huntresses, and once you have some hunts, that's usually the time where you can reliably expand. And the good thing about these consumable spots is it gives you a lot of scouting. Sentry wards or Wand of Illusion gives you tons of scouting, and the early game for the orc is a lot about exactly that, scouting. Because you want to see if an expansion is coming up. You want to see where the keeper might be creeping. Oh wow, Foggy's going to try to creep the mercenary camp. Foggy actually happens to be really close. Oh, and he sees it with the wisp. He's... Wait, did you not see it? He may have not looked on the minimap. Oh, damn. He should have seen the rock golem, but he didn't actually. And of course this should never be allowed, especially if the Night Elf is close by. Okay, Foggy's coming over now, so he did see it. If he can get the last hit, that would be sick. Doesn't get that one. Bad item for the Blademaster, belt, one of the worst items he could have found. And this is just working out well. And this was made possible by the Wand of Illusion. Crazy strong item from this camp. Blademaster used all the charges, but he got so much experience, look at that. He's really close now to level 3. Could creep the green for level 3. Or maybe this one. Whew, what a start for the blade. And the blade might be reaching level 3 before the keeper, which is outrageous. Still no expansion. And with such an early level 3 for the blade, it must be Windwalk, I think. Yeah, it is Windwalk level 2. Foggy now with the expansion. There's an owl somewhere, right? Yeah, sentinel up here. Oh, entangle? Too late, though. Does do some decent damage. The Blademaster is really tanky. If he keeps these items, this is going to be great later on for a mirror image build. Here we go. Foggy now level 3 on the keeper. But that's not very quick at all. And the blade into the main harassing the wisps, and Foggy didn't close the wall, which is kind of unusual. He messed up his build a little bit here. This is not a full wall off. Not the end of the world, though. Keeper wants to make use of his powerful level 3 right now. Would love to kill some units with Entangle. But since the Shadow Priest is still alive, it's basically impossible to do. Shaman were delayed a little bit, maybe, because of the mercenaries, but the Shadow Priest is serving a great purpose. And I think Foggy wasn't aggressive quickly enough. I think if you see this pull happening, you should move away from this camp and attack the orc with everything you have right there. But hard to make, of course, that call in the middle of the game. FoCuS starting off with Hex. With that, he takes out one Huntress right away. Wisp detonate. That was not the right use, though. He used it against the speed scroll. Maybe should have used it for the Huntress instead. The next entangle is going to be ready in a moment. But Hex to prevent it. Nicely done. Another Huntress died. 2 Hunts going down. Traded for only a single Shadow Priest. Great trade for FoCuS. Archer gets denied. The Tree of Life is finally finishing, but it's still pretty far away from mining. Normally orcs want to try to creep up level 3 Shadow as quickly as they can. That is not very close around the corner here. Fly also holding on to the second skill point. He hasn't chosen anything yet on level 2. I like the gloves on the Alchemist to give him just, the slippers. To give him just that little bit more armor. One Shaman will go down, but that's pretty cheap to replace. And FoCuS now with the counter expansion. Does he have a War Mill? He sure does. So he can set up some towers here as well if he wishes. Reinforced defense is quite early here for FoCuS. A lot of orcs nowadays try to skip that upgrade for as long as they can to have more resources. Foggy pushing the main wouldn't really do anything. He's only got 3 Hunts. His army's kind of laughable right now. Does always have Wisps nearby, which is nice. And the expansion is now mining. What we've been seeing from Moon lately is that Tier 2 Night Elf cannot win games anymore. It's all about Tier 3. That's what it seems like recently anyways. That you need Tier 3 to win the late game. But we're still pretty far away from the late game. This is still mid-game status. And this Alchemist is gonna go down. Oh, the Hex! Yep, there it is. That staff didn't save him, and Hex can be a problem in the late game if you don't have heal and serpent wards, but for mid-game, like these early mid-game skirmishes, Hex is excellent. And of course, nowadays with a cheaper Tome of Retraining, it's not that hard anymore for the Shadow Hunter to reskill. Or to respec, as it's called. Foggy creeping the Merc camp, but without the Alchemist. It's the Alchemist who really needs this experience. But Foggy doesn't want to be wasting his time, doesn't want to be sitting idly doing nothing. But this Alchemist needs to start leveling, seriously. I like that the Blademaster keeps these tank in his items, by the way. He is going to be soaking up a lot of damage in the front line. FoCuS expansion here is going to finish, and that is not too late behind the Night Elf expansion. Around 1,000 gold later, a little bit more. So around 2 minutes, which is certainly a significant amount of time, but in this matchup, not a problem. Second attack upgrade just finished. Foggy now also going into armor upgrades. Very important to have some armor upgrades at least. Moonjuice not looking too good. Nighttime is going to be hitting soon in 40 seconds. And Foggy's going into upkeep quick. No attempt at tier 3 so far. Also no Nature's Blessing, by the way. And Headhunter transition by FoCuS. Oh, interesting. Just 2 so far. Kodo Beast as well. FoCuS army is getting big. The nice thing for Orc with this Grunt Shaman style is you basically don't need any lumber. So the lumber peons earlier from the main you can just send towards the expansion. And you can see FoCuS now has... he's making more lumber peons actually. Because normally like 2-3 lumber peons is enough, but he's making even more. Interesting. We'll see if he goes into higher tech later. He's got 1 armor upgrade already. And here we go. Wisp detonates, of course, a crucial part in this fight. FoCuS is not splitting at all. At all. Oh my god. He got drained so much mana. And where's the Blademaster? Ah, in the back, okay. Blademaster trying to deal with the archers in the back. Took out 2 of them already, almost 3. Almost 4. Blademaster behind enemy lines is doing a good job, but the front line was looking rough. Kodo's getting surrounded, and that one is also gonna fall. Man, there's a lot of kills for the Blade, though. And when you don't have Orb of Venom, when you don't have a Potom, the Blademaster cannot be focused down so easily. Final level 3 for the Alchemist. That was about time. Heal spray here is going to be really high value. And that first fight, I think, goes to Foggy. Certainly also reflected in the supply. Foggy now with a 10 supply lead. And he is going tier 3. Okay. He delayed it by a little. But Foggy also seems to be following the same school of thought as Moon. That you do have to go tier 3 at some point nowadays in this matchup. Foggy found his own belt, by the... Did he steal the Blademaster's belt?
A player's forces are under attack.
I'm pretty confused. Maybe the Blade just sold it and Foggy found a belt as well. Would be kind of weird if the Blade dropped it for some reason. 10 supply lead for Foggy. Pretty weird to see FoCuS so low on grunts and so low on upgrades. Only 2 grunts, only 1 armor upgrade. The second one is starting now, so lumber was a little bit the problem for him, in fact.
A player's forces are under attack.
And now we have the Orb of Venom, one of the best upgrades for Night Elf in the late game. Normally a Potom will join as well for the Aura and the Owl Scout. Good play by FoCuS here, stealing this camp away from Foggy. He knew Foggy most likely would have taken this camp now next. Warsong Battle Drums, useless for the Orc, but at least keeps it away from the Night Elf. That's a big deal. With this Archer Mass style, or Hunt's Archer Mass style, there's nothing you love more than auras. And scrolls. And speaking of which, Foggy has no scrolls. No heal scroll, no protection scroll. And it's pretty hard to take a fight like that. Potom is now coming. 40 more seconds and she will join the army. FoCuS wants to force a fight. This is a great position for Foggy. He's safely protected behind this tree line. It's really hard for the Orc army to wrap around the tree line. Foggy actually opened it up a little bit. Do we have more upgrades? Not at the moment. Lumber is a little low for Foggy. How much lumber is this upgrade? 275 lumber is pretty expensive. Also, Wellspring is something you want. So Foggy needs some more lumber. He needs some more wisps. FoCuS seems to be playing delay tactic. Is he maybe teching? No.
A player's forces are under attack.
For a while, tier 3 Orc was kind of fashionable, but hasn't been so for quite a while, it seems. Serpent wards on the high ground is pretty cute. But the archers have long range, 700 range. They can take it out pretty quick. And we do have marksmanship now as well, so lots of damage on these archers. And the third attack upgrade surely will be coming in soon as well. Bottom. Should pick up an orb now as well. Orb of Venom is ready.
A player's forces
You do want to have 2 orbs. Ideally, you even want to have 3 orbs, but Alchemist is like the worst orb carrier in the game. Unless he skills into Chemical Rage. And there she is. Orb of Venom. And you know what? This game is not looking bad for Foggy. Where is the late game tech for FoCuS? The way you beat this Night Elf army reliably is with Torrents. But FoCuS is nowhere close to Torrents. Lightning Shield in the back. That's why Foggy brought so many Wisps. To detonate aggressively to burn mana, but also against Lightning Shield in the back. Great heal spray. Great positioning on the Alchemist. Blademaster almost level 5 though. And then we're going to have level 3 critical strike. Oh, the Keeper standing a little too still for a little too long. And the Blademaster might be able to force the TP here. Keeper, low HP. I don't know who this fight has been going better for so far. The Blademaster is definitely having quite the rampant run back there. Serpent wards, not dealt with yet. Foggy's had a lot of huntresses. Normally in the ultra late game, you want to have very few hunts. Mainly archers, rather. Entangle, level 3, breaks out of it with the invul right away. FoCuS did a great job hanging on to the invul for as long as he did. 56 supply for the orc, 54 for FoCuS. Takes out another Kodo Beast though, and level 4 for the Alchemist with a kill. So much damage from these archers against the Kodos is pretty crazy. They get taken out so fast. Blademaster's gonna have to TP out. Shadowhunter gets level 3, scales into Heal Wave 3. Gets level 5, I mean, of course. And that was a decent fight for Foggy. He lost a lot of units right there, but he can replace them with stronger units. He's making more Hunters, though. I think in the tier 3 stage, with triple hero, double orb, you should really only make archers pretty much. Like 4 hunts max. Because they just get shredded by the serpent wards so easily. And weirdly enough, in the ultra late game, archers are actually tankier than hunts. No more upgrades coming for the time being. Foggy doesn't even have Wellspring yet. Of course, it's been a hectic game these last couple of minutes. Purge mana is still looking decent. The Treants are getting taken out quickly. Pot close to level 3, by the way. That's going to be a big damage upgrade. Few more kills, and she might get there. Foggy still with a slight supply lead, like he's had pretty much this entire game. Oh, the heal spray is so good. This heal spray is the supply that is allowing Foggy to stay in this fight. Which means once the Alchemist is out of mana, maybe then FoCuS can push the opponent back. Who's going to run out of mana first? We have one more heal wave in a second. Blademaster needs to be careful. And it might just be barely good enough for Foggy to push FoCuS back. Foggy does it with the Keeper Hunts Expo. The game is not entirely over yet, but it's looking really rough now for our Orc player.
A town is under siege.
And he is making more hunts and archers. Healthy mix by Foggy here between huntresses and archers. Mana potion, clarities. Oh, and he staffs back in. Wonderful. It's all about the healing. Whoever has more healing can hold position here at the expansion. Shadowhunter also with clarities, also with mana pot. So the Shadow has a little bit more mana than the Alchemist here. Blademaster needs to be real careful now! And he actually goes down. I'm not sure how he had the detection. Owl? Maybe. I didn't actually see it. And that must be the game. More wisps coming in for the detonate. More mana drained. And without the Blademaster, this is just not doable anymore for FoCuS. And Foggy with a great game. At the very beginning, it looked a little difficult with how late the expansion was. But importantly, Foggy got the tier 3, and FoCuS wasn't ready for it. GG called. 1-0 lead for Foggy. Hells yeah. Our boy takes the 1-0. And I must say, I would not necessarily have expected this. Second map will oftentimes be Concealed Hill. Some orcs pick it as their loser's choice, and some night elves do, which is kind of interesting. Echo Isles is also oftentimes an orc pick. Northern Isles sometimes. Depends on the vetoes, of course. I am not privy to what the vetoes were, but we're going to figure out what the next map is in around 2 minutes or so. I hope for the next game our overlay is gonna work. As I said, sometimes unfortunately it bugs a little. So if Foggy wins here, he's most likely going to meet Lin in the next round. Lin has been looking so hot recently, it's not even funny anymore. And the Farseer Headhunters has really been causing serious problems for humans. So I would expect Lin to make it through here. If Foggy could beat FoCuS and Lin back to back, where the Night Elves have been struggling recently, that would be really impressive. And would kind of fit Foggy's form currently. Foggy's been looking absolutely insane. He was able to beat Happy twice now in the ESL Open Cups. He did it in January, and he did it again last week. Or no, wait, this week. He did it this week. He only had to try and fail for 3 years and 10 months. But finally, he was able to overcome Happy. Oh, Turtle Rock. I always forget about Turtle Rock. Turtle Rock is going to be our second map. Still part of the NetEase map pool. Hasn't been seen in Europe for a long time, but here now we will see it, which begs the question, how much practice does Foggy have on this map, considering we don't play it in Europe? Well, we'll find out. Ah, and the overlay works. Nice. Our two players are spawning on the same lane. On the left-hand side. Thank you, by the way. Ray Bear with a €5 says, just coming off a 5-hour YouTube back to Warcraft marathon. Thanks for the stream. Thank you to Pills Ripper with a 22-month resub and Loco Mojo with the 11 months. Thank you guys all very much. Keeper, of course. Blade, of course.
A player's forces are under attack.
A crucial point, of course, for Night Elf in the mid-game is to expand. How and when is Foggy gonna do that? It seems like the red camp is way too hard to do. If you get creepjacked there, you probably lose the Tree of Life. So it must be about expanding here and proxy building the Tree of Life somewhere outside your main.
A player's forces are under attack.
Scout Peon is gonna be killed, but it took some time. Foggy with the best item possible, the mantle. Blademaster keeps the Cloak of Shadows. And is going for the Ogre Magi. I saw a game yesterday by FoCuS. Him versus Moon. And there, he did somehow defeat Moon in the end, but he fell far behind because he played really passively and let the keeper freely creep up. Oh, wait a minute. Dude, Foggy just pulled the creeps out with his tree, and so the Blademaster took more damage, so he almost couldn't creep it, but he could, in the end, creep it, and got the claws +9, which is perhaps the best drop right there. It's either that or a pendant. I think claws +9 should also be nerfed, by the way. Claws +8 would be good enough. But don't get me started. Don't want to talk about balance all the time. Although I did have a balanced PTR discussion yesterday with X-Lord, Star-Shaped, Death Note, and Spiral. And that was pretty interesting. It's also going to be uploaded to YouTube today, throughout the day. Telestaff. For a second I was like, wait, is he going to buy boots? But no. Foggy with his favorite item, the Telestaff. It's especially very good to steal that away when the Blademaster is close by, because now the blade cannot follow up where the keeper is going to staff. And we see across the map, boom, keeper goes to the next camp. And early game, it seems like Turtle Rock is a really good Night Elf map, because it's really hard for the Blademaster to follow the Keeper around. That is not the right creep for the item, Foggy, by the way. This is the creep with the item. Did you forget about that? Yep, he forgot. He was trying to pick up the item. He's like, damn! The wrong one. Again. The way you memorize which one carries the item is it's always the one on the left with the creep's point of view in mind. So you see the creeps are looking over here in this direction. It's the one on the left. And FoCuS knows which one carries the item because it's the one on the left. Ooh, great Hunter's positioning though. Foggy was waiting for the blade to be there, and this is so brilliant. Not only does this prevent the Blademaster from creeping it, it also tells Foggy where the opponent is, so he knows now he's safe to creep this camp, and also this camp. And it's going to give him level 3. It's a really rough early game for the Orc, I think. And FoCuS, I feel like he's playing Turtle Rock way too creep heavy, way too passive. Oof, these items for the Keeper are crazy. And now he's got level 3. He's using the staff. He's getting mana. Oh my god, these items are nuts. And he's really strong right now. Tree of Life is coming up. The Blademaster, he got some items, he got some experience, but he's nowhere near level 3. And of course the Keeper's level 3 is just way more valuable in the first place. Alchemist second, and Foggy the first nighttime. The first nighttime for Night Elf in this matchup should always be played evasively, always be played passively. And yeah, FoCuS got 2 Watch Awards, this one and this one, so he's got plenty of vision. But he doesn't have vision in the main, and he's got way less experience. Foggy is really hard looking for a creepjack right now. Alchemist kind of wasted his time walking over there, it was sort of weird. But it's fine. Oh, he even brought 1 Wisp in case of Hex. And it is Hex. That grunt goes down. This grunt survives though, but this grunt is dead. Keeper's got 3 more entangles. Oh my god. Is it just... Oh my god. Blademaster! The last birdie! Whew! Heal self, heal self, heal self last second. Grunt over here. Spotted by the Wisp. Foggy, does he see it? He sure does. Yeah, send the Keeper the other way. Alright. Grunt might actually survive this. Foggy trying to creep the Ogre Lord? Okay, that was a bit of a fail. Nice save by FoCuS. But still, very good early mid-game for Mr. Foggy. Great creepjack. And FoCuS, like, really playing into the hands of the Night Elf. He didn't harass the Keeper at all. He allows level 3. Then he allows himself to be creepjacked. And I think we saw that yesterday already. I think FoCuS plays this map way too passive. Grunt still chilling. Scourge Bone Chimes. Excellent item for FoCuS, but is it too little too late? Foggy does now have Nature's Blessing. Expansion about to start entangling. The second Ancient of War coming up. Shop in the main. Second attack upgrade. Foggy sometimes a little slow with the armor, which makes me very sad. First armor upgrade is crazy good. Alchemist now with the heal spray, but it's only level 1 heal spray. It's not quite that good yet. It's only 1 grunt. It's only 1 grunt. Okay, second grunt now coming in from the main. FoCuS is focusing on the Alchemist, who was carrying the heal potion a second ago. He's trying to... Wait, where did the heal pot go? Oh, he used the heal pot already. Well, I didn't see that one. But Alchemist was level 2 only in quotes, so he's gonna be back pretty soon. Oh my god, is that a surround? It sure is. He's trying to pop him out. He even made room with the Huntress! Kills the Shadow Hunter! Foggy with the crazy performance, level 4 keeper. Next entangle, another grunt dead. He could kill this grunt as well. Yep, he's chasing after the grunt. He knows the entangle's ready in a second. Boom. The next kill. What? Foggy completely destroys FoCuS. Crit! It's not enough though. Get wrecked. Holy crap, what the hell? Again, FoCuS yesterday defeated Moon pretty decisively, and today Foggy shows him who's boss. Although, especially on Turtle Rock, to be fair, FoCuS didn't play a very good game. It's nighttime. Escape! Grunt, escape! Oh shit. Nighttime's over. Detonate? Oh, where's the keeper?
A player's forces are under attack.
There he is. Desperate times for FoCuS. The Korean is almost certainly gonna be dropping down to the lower bracket. Foggy now starts the tier 3. I like that. You don't need to overextend. You don't need to push now with hunts and then lose all your hunts and lose your advantage. It's a little awkward to creep these camps without Ancient of War. You'd end up taking quite a bit of damage. Oh, instead it's another creepjack. Dude, Foggy with the creepjacks, just non-stop. Entangle Acid Bomb. There's of course Purge against it. Foggy needs to respect the Hex right here. Oh, and he does. Okay. Can't TP any later, otherwise you might die. That's strength, of course, of having the Hex, but that means you don't have Serpent Wars. That means Huntresses are a lot stronger than usually. Yeah, Invuln Pot seems like a pretty good idea. Foggy always brings the Wisps as well, but it's very hard to have them in the right position to dispel against Orcs chasing with Speed Scroll. Let's buy a couple of scrolls, hell yeah, why not? The Grunt's still standing here. He's chilling out.
A player's forces are under attack.
I think FoCuS forgot about him. Because now it's natural nighttime. Now he could just walk back. Big Invuln Pot, really good for Foggy. He knows FoCuS can probably only win this with hero kill. Oh no, the Grunt! No way. Is Foggy still looking for this damn Grunt? Oh. Oh. An opening. Finally, an opening for FoCuS. He could come in here for the Creepjack. Rest of the army still lagging behind a little bit. Blademaster getting entangled. Big item goes to the Alchemist. It's the medallion. Oh, but the blade got the heal scroll. Or the heal rune, that is. One archer goes down. Only one archer, though. Zook Zook. Hey, here we go.
Town is under siege.
The boy is back. Tome of Retraining on the Shadowhunter. Finally, we see Serpent Wards. Is Foggy tier 3 yet? Yep. Does he have the orb? No. No orb yet. He queued a bunch of things. Oh, very good position here, though. Then again, it's mostly hunts, so they're having a tough time just connecting with the damage. FoCuS, out of nowhere, might have an opportunity to still win this game. Wisp coming in for the detonate. Not all of them, though. Quite a few hunts are going down. There is no heal scroll on the orc side. Foggy stole them both before. Has to go for the invul potion here sooner or later. There it is. Alright, Foggy holds at the expansion, but FoCuS is getting up his own. But of course, tier 3 is ready, and it's about time to get an Orb of Venom, if you ask me. Oh, but maybe there's no time. Maybe there is actually no time for that. There's a heal scroll now on the Orc side. Ooh, did you see that value? Did you see that value on the heal scroll? Man, these Scourge Bone Chimes are pretty damn insane. So much passive sustain over time. Keeper, almost level 5. Should go for Treants, I suppose.
A player's forces are under attack.
Dude, where is the orb? Foggy, are you kidding me? Like, there's no better way you can use 325 gold. He's getting a bottom. That's pretty scary. Foggy lost a lot of units right there. But FoCuS just wanted to make sure his expansion came up. And yeah, it's almost finished now. There's level 5 for the Keeper. He is going Treants. Big item for the Alchemist. Big healing, also very valuable. Oh, and this could be a gnarly Creepjack once again. Keeper at the shop. Invul heal scroll, protection scroll. Lots of upgrades there. And the Potom should finally bring the orb. Which I hope he's going to put on the Keeper. Shadowhunter level 4 will be a big deal. Why are orcs not going mirror image anymore? Mirror image is so cool. Well, we'll see later if Moon does it. FoCuS fought his way back. He's got a fighting chance again. But now he's going to be going up against tier 3 Night Elf. We have marksmanship already.
A player's forces are under attack.
And Foggy again, not going for Wellspring yet, but I guess nighttime is still far away. Crow of Protection popped. 4 armor on these archers. Grunts going down pretty swiftly. Potom. Little balls deep over here. Scroll of the Beast used as well. High damage now on the blade. Trying to go for the Keeper, but there's the Invul Potion. He pops it early. Maybe a little too early. FoCuS now on the blade. Taking severe damage. This is only with 1 Orb of Venom. Later on we're going to see 2. And FoCuS realizes the vulnerable target. That is the Potom. And the orb was not transferred. So the orb now is missing. But the Blademaster, if he goes down, that would be the game. Block with the Huntress on 150 ping. And the Blademaster dies. Talisman of Evasion, not quite enough to save him. And that is the GG and the 2-0 for Foggy.